if someone was to come across a man who is overly focused on his mother, they could find it hard to understand why he is this way, because he will have his own needs, his own life to lead, but he will be focused on his mother's life and will neglect his own life as a result. And most of his time and energy will be spent doing things for his mother, and he can spend a lot of time thinking about her, so he will be overly preoccupied with his mother. And if someone like this was to bring this up and to say to the man that he is out of balance, he could end up dismissing what they say and denying the fact that he is living in the wrong way, and he can even end up criticizing them. And so it will be clear that he is unable to face reality. But it is unlikely that he is choosing to be this way. Most likely he is not even aware of the fact that he has these defenses, and because if he was aware of this, these defenses would no longer work. And so these defenses will be in place to keep his true feelings at bay, to keep what is really going on for him at bay. Because most likely if he was to face reality and to see that he is living in the wrong way, he would end up coming into contact with a lot of pain. And the reason why he is overly focused on his mother is not because he is selfless or even that he really cares about his mother. Most likely this is because he fears that he will be abandoned if he doesn't focus on his mother's needs. And so by being there for her, he will be able to avoid being abandoned, and along with this, he will be able to survive. So this will show that his survival is attached to his mother. And it can seem strange at this point as to why, considering the fact that he is a grown man, his survival is still attached to his mother. At this point in his life, he should be able to stand on his own 2 feet, and he shouldn't need his mother to survive. And when it comes down to why he would be this way, it is likely to be due to what took place during his early years. And so during this point in time, his mother probably used him to meet some of her adult and unmet childhood needs. And if he expressed his needs, he probably would have been punished, disapproved of, and or abandoned. And so it wouldn't have been safe for him to express his needs. And he wouldn't have received the care that he needed to grow and develop in the right way. And even though he is likely to have been punished, disapproved of, and or abandoned if he expressed his needs, most likely this would have taken place anyway. And so this would have been a stage in his life when he was regularly harmed in some way, and he was regularly abandoned. And when he was abandoned, he would have experienced a lot of pain, and it would have felt as though he was going to die. And as he was unable to soothe himself at this point in time because his brain wasn't fully developed, and as there was no one there, the only thing he would have been able to do to survive, to handle this pain, should I say, was to disconnect from his feelings. And so this would have meant that he would have had to have repressed how he felt. And a lot of pain would have been repressed during the stage of his life. And so although many, many years will have passed since that stage of his life, he will carry a lot of repressed pain. All the pain that he experienced as a child will now be held deep inside his body. And so if he was to no longer focus on his mother, he would come into contact with this pain, and it would be as though he would die. But the fact is, he survived what took place during this stage of his life. So now that he is an adult, what he will fear is coming into contact with the pain that he experienced and repressed as a child. And so in order for his life to change, in order for him to no longer be focused on his mother, and for him to be the centre of his own world, he will need to face his pain and to work through it. And once he has done this, he will no longer have the need to focus on his mother, because he will feel safe and secure in his own body and know that his survival is no longer based on his mother. He will be able to stand on his own 2 feet and to listen to himself, to be in tune with his own needs and feelings. So if you're a man and you can relate to this and you can see that you're overly focused on your mother, and you feel that you would die if you were to no longer focus on her, then it will be essential for you to get in touch with this pain and to work through it, to grieve your unmet childhood needs so that you can emotionally grow up and to go from feeling like a powerless and dependent boy to a powerful and capable man. And to do this, you may need to reach out for external support, but the main thing is that you take the first step and do what you need to do so that you can live a life that is worth living. To find out more about the services that I offer and how I can assist you on your journey, go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk. I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.